Hey everyone, welcome back to the Everton Career Mode. It's Season 2, Episode 11, and in the last episode we ended off with a 6-goal thriller against Aston Villa in a game that I thought we were slightly unlucky not to win on the balance of the whole game because they got a red card in the 45th minute and I thought we would really kick on. We piled on the pressure, but it just wasn't enough to get it over the line and get the win. We had so much possession in their final third, especially towards the end of the game, but we couldn't capitalize on it. We had a lot of shots, a number of them coming from that left-hand side because Alan St-Maximin is just a beast. He is a driving force and a difference maker. I have to say it time and time again. Without him, there would be a lot less points for us this season because he just makes things happen. All his dribbles are successful, nearly all of them. He has a number of good passes. He gets into these positions as an inside forward and he creates, or he takes it out wide and he just torches people with his pace. His positioning is exactly where you want it to be, either taking those people on, like I said, or cutting inside and passing. He got that goal, that equalizer, but he was getting into position, surging into the box, and his passing in the final third was also excellent, barely misplacing anything, and just making things happen in general. He's so important for us. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win. And that's already 2 ties against Arsenal and Villa, and those were winnable games, so we need to pick up points, and games are coming thick and fast. Now we have the FA Cup against Preston, and we won this competition last season, and I want to do another good performance, at least a deep run. So let's go here. There's going to be wholesale changes. I'm going to, as usual, rotate heavily for the early rounds of the FA Cup, give all the other guys a run. So basically every position, including the goalkeeper, is changed. Let's see how they do here against Preston North End.
Please make some noise as we welcome our visitors, Everton, and your
Preston North End started this game off very bravely, guys. They came to play and they had a go. Especially early on, they were quite threatening. Hilton had to make an early save. Then our defense was a little bit shambolic, desperately clearing. But finally, we settled and started getting into the game, going through the gears and really threatening and piling on the pressure on Preston North End. Gordon had a really nice chip ball into Tony, and it was a save from Hudson. I have to say, their goalkeeper was on top of his game. I mean, if it wasn't for him, this would have been a quick, easy 3-4-0 early on. Doucouré had an effort, another save from Hudson, and this was continuous. We had a lot of chances, and each time it was the goalie bailing them out. This time Mopai gets on the end of it. He has a great shot, another fantastic save. Who is this goalkeeper? We continue to pressure, and right at the end of the first half, Tony gets it. He sprints and he bangs it, and this time Hudson can't keep it out. It's 1-0, guys, so we're up against Preston North End at the half. We started off the second half really good, just like we ended the first. We had a great counter. Ivan Toney pulls it back. Mopai squares it to Gordon, and Hudson can't keep it out. It's a quick 2-0, guys. We're winning against Preston North End. We're flying, coasting. Everything is fine, and you can see by the confidence of the players here, we win the ball. Mopai gets it way out, and he's just like, let's have a crack. Hudson makes another incredible save, but you can see how much confidence we had. Up until about the 70th minute, when Preston North End started coming back, Hilton had to make a good save. And off the resulting corner, we headed out. No one picks up the man. It's poor marking, and Lindsay gets it, and he smashes it into the top corner, guys. 2-1. But even at this point, I was feeling like, all right, it's just 2-1. They got a goal. You know what? This happens sometimes. It's the B squad playing, so we forgive him. We'll get the game, no worries, it's in the bag. But Preston North End continued to pressure, and I couldn't get out of my own half. Hilton was saving our asses, save after save. And then in the 88th minute, something happened that I can't still explain. What was that? What defending was that? No one picks up the header. The goalie dives sideways, and the guy on the post walks back into the net. What is this defending? At that point, I'm like, all right, it's going to be extra time. Let's put on Gakpo. Let's put on fresh legs on the wings, Townsend and Cantwell, and let's have a go at it. But Preston North End attacks, and they play like a top Premier League side. All of a sudden, they're possessed. Look at this one touch in Foris, and it's 3-2. They just won the game. 3-2, and I am shell-shocked because I couldn't get anything going, and they had a quick 2 goals in 5 minutes, 3-2, and guys, we're out of the FA Cup. That's it. I have no words. We were the winners last time around, and we just capitulated to a championship side, and I just have no words. Guys, that is unacceptable. That's the second time this season we've capitulated in the cup. First in the League Cup against Man United. We're up 2-0 and then all of a sudden we stop playing. They win the game. And now against Preston North End. They stop playing in the middle of the game. It's like they turn off. How is this acceptable? What makes you think that you've arrived on the scene? What, that you've won an FA Cup? That you're in the Champions League? I don't want that kind of mentality in my players. That was unacceptable. And we have to move on. And in the league, we've been below par, dropping points to winnable opponents like Arsenal and Aston Villa. We're not going to get top 4 again if we continue playing like this. Now we got a game against Middlesbrough at home. I'm just saying. I expect 3 points. In fact, I expect to stomp them. They're setting up in a way where they're going to sit back, soak pressure. They have 30 depth, and then they're going to try to break as fast as possible and get what they can. They're setting up in a 4-5-1, a bank of 4 and a bank of 5. They're going to be very disciplined like they were in the first game. Most of their instructions are set to balanced. They don't want to commit anywhere, overcommit. So even their fullbacks aren't bombing forward. It's just balance, and they're going to be waiting for their opportunities. They don't have the greatest players, and I just expect a win after these 3 latest below par results. In fact, shit results. I expect a win. Gakpo isn't playing. He's been very disappointing lately. I'm putting in Townsend. Davies is going to rotate in the center mid. But we have more than enough firepower here. Another change that I'm making is Di Lorenzo at left back. This is going to be the last sort of test to decide whether we need to bring in a left back before the transfer window closes or whether Di Lorenzo can patch this hole left by the sale of Digne until the end of the season. But yeah, bottom line is we need the W here.
Will you please make some noise as we welcome our visitors, Middlesbrough, and your very own...
The players finally responded, guys, and we started to play some better football. In the first half against Middlesbrough, we dominated, and Calvert-Lewin was really involved. A turn here, a shot one time, saved by the goalkeeper, and we applied the pressure. Off the resulting corner, it was punted out. We got the second ball. It falls to Davies, and on a half volley, Lumley makes another save. What is going on with these goalkeepers today? We were getting anything we wanted here. The link-up play between Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin was excellent. Look at that flick pass. This time it's blocked by Middlesbrough. To be fair, they were soaking up the pressure and staying disciplined, but we were getting a lot of chances. And like I said, the link-up play was excellent. Richarlison gets fed here. He rides the tackle. He shoots, and it's another save by Lumley. Who is this man? Off another corner here, we regained the ball. It slid into Calvert-Lewin. And another save by Lumley. This is ridiculous. This goalkeeper is saving their ass. We get another corner. It's constant pressure from us. We're pummeling them. Di Lorenzo gets it on the edge of the box. And Lumley makes the save. What is going on? We had so many chances. Another one here. We drive. Alan St. Maximin feeds Calvert-Lewin. There's so much space. And it's a crossbar. This is one of those games where it's not going to go in for us. I already feel it. It's coming. Middlesbrough gets an attack in the end of the half, and they get a crossbar. We could have been down. After all that pressure, we could have been down 1-0. We try to get it out. Unfortunately, Middlesbrough gets it back. It's a frantic sequence, and then finally, they cross it in. We should have done much better here. It falls to one of their guys. Pickford has to make a flying save. We had so many good chances in the first half. We should have been out of sight. 3-4-0 easily. And instead, we didn't get a goal. Middlesbrough gets one chance here in the second half, and that goes in. That's how we lose a goal, and we're down 1-0 to Middlesbrough. How is this even fair? We dominated them in the first half, and all of a sudden we find ourselves down to one of the bottom feeders in the league. I tried to get something going, obviously, give it to Alan St. Maximin, but the end product was so tame. Calvert-Lewin gets 2 chances. They're lackluster. Richarlison gets a third. Smash it in. Come on. At that point, I'm like, all right, we need some energy. Let's give Gakpo a chance. Bring in Doucouré into the midfield, and let's get something going here. Middlesbrough overextend, and this was a tactical error. Tactically inept in my opinion, and we make them pay. Richarlison finds the open space, Calvert-Lewin runs onto it, and finally, we get a goal. 1-1. But this is coming like pulling out a tooth. Like, it's just so painful. But that was tactically inept, I thought, from Middlesbrough. But they continued to pressure, and they got another chance here. They grew into the game a little bit, to be fair. Pickford had to make a save. And at that point, I decided it's the final minutes of the game. Let's put on a fresh Tony. He's usually an intelligent player. Let's get something going. He passes it here. He runs onto this, and you can see he looks up, sees where his teammates are, focuses on the play, and he took one touch too many here. But that was great intelligence from Tony. I like to see that because you don't always see players look up. So that's what you want. Middlesbrough come back and in the final moments get one more chance, and that could have been a loss. Pickford saves us. But still, it's 1-1, guys. We failed to get 3 points versus Middlesbrough. And this is exactly how you lose this season. This is exactly how you don't get top 4. Losing or tying to Middlesbrough. I don't even know what to say, guys. If we continue dropping points like this, we won't even get Europa League, never mind Champions League, and we're just going to get sacked. I mean, come on, 6.3 expected goals, and we just managed 1 against Middlesbrough. We have to do better in the finishing department, guys. Look at this. Our heat map is lit up in their box. We're there. We just need to put it into the back of the net, and we can't. Calvert-Lewin had a decent game. He was linking up well. He was getting into the right positions. He was getting a lot of shots. 4.3 expected goals, though, and he gets 1. Come on, you get your act together, Calvert-Lewin. We have to do better than this. All right, before we continue, we have to wrap up the transfer window, guys. And there was a number of offers for our shortlisted players. They were stealing them from under our nose. And like you guys remember, I wanted to make some noise in this transfer window. Not only bring in a left back, which I'm now convinced we need because Di Lorenzo cannot fill in off position permanently. If we want to make some noise in the Champions League and finish the season strong, we're going to need a left back. But I also think we need an offensive player to shake things up and to maybe replace Gakpo because he's been sort of shocking. So either that will entice him to play better or I'm going to move him on. But before I get to that, there was a number of offers for our own players. Gordon got a short-term loan to Fiorentina. Super happy because he needed playing time. And then there was a number of offers for our best players and prospects, guys. It's going to be difficult to keep hold of these guys in the future. Calvert-Lewin, 83.7 from Atletico. Luckily, I don't have to sell since I've already sold Digne in the window and this is the transfer deadline day. I'm not obligated to sell, but you can just tell in the future, someone's going to leave. Richarlison, 100 million from Atletico. Another wild offer. Godfrey from Man United. All the best prospects and talents. They're getting offers, and I fear for the future, to be honest. Tom Davies had a lot of offers as well, but these are minnows coming in for him, and I'm quite satisfied he's a youth product. I want to keep him as long as possible. I rejected all these offers, and then we finally end off with Demarai Gray. What's a transfer window without a loan-to-buy offer for Demarai Gray, guys? So that wraps that up, and now it's time to unveil our signings. First off, our replacement for Luca Digne. It's Kieran Tierney, guys, from Bayer Leverkusen. He probably went there from Arsenal to get some Champions League football, but now he can play Champions League football in Everton, guys. It's a hefty fee. 50 million is a lot of money, and honestly, it's a downgrade because Digne was 85. He was a free kick specialist, so we're losing a lot with Tierney, but he's got the work rate. He's got the pace. He has the delivery. He's got the stamina, and he can play both sides, attack and defense. So hopefully this will work out. One thing to watch out for is that he does have the injury prone trait, so we're just going to have to watch out for that. But I feel like he's going to be a great signing. And our second signing, the person I want to bring in to shake things up in the offensive phase, is a marquee signing, guys. A great player. Rafinha from Leeds, guys. He's staying there, not doing anything much in Leeds. They're in the middle of the table, actually fighting for relegation the past 2 seasons. And we've got him for Everton. 26 years, a little bit older, but what a player he is. He's got the speed and the dribbling. He's got the offensive prowess, and hopefully he can either entice Gakpo to start playing better, or he's just going to take his position. 50 million, another hefty fee, and unfortunately, we're losing Doucouré, guys. This was a hard decision because I love Doucouré and he performs every time he's on the pitch. But the problem is he's just not on the pitch for me. 3 injuries, 3 months each in this series, guys. And I just can't spare him. He's 30, going down in overall. And this was a hard decision because he is the heart and soul of that midfield sometimes. But I really think this is the way to go because we're stalling out and we needed to shake things up. So that's the decision I've made, guys. Rafinha and Tierney. And I thought that was going to be it for the transfer window. I wasn't planning to sell Gakpo or anything like that. I wanted to give him a chance. But then Chelsea came in. And I don't have to sell. But they came in for a guy valued 52. I bought him 40. And they offered 65. And I'm thinking, all right, you know what? If you give me 80, I'll just sell him now. I'll sell him now, buy something in the next transfer window. And they auto-accepted. So that's it. Gakpo's gone, guys. We have Rafinha instead. It's a massive shakeup, but hopefully this will work out because Cody Gakpo was just a passenger recently. But yeah, 73.5 million we get from the board, and that's the budget for next season. If you add all the prize money to this and the fact that Keane is coming back from loan and I've obligated myself to sell him, that's going to be an extra 50 million. That's going to be one hell of a war chest to spend in the summer of next season, guys, and I can't wait. But for now, a massive shakeup, and hopefully this works well for the rest of the season. We are not that far off top 4, guys. 3 points off of Liverpool, and what a story that would be to finish higher than Liverpool in the league table, and 7 points off Spurs and Chelsea. 14 games left. It's going to be a tough ask, and games against those clubs will be absolutely crucial. But I believe with the new signings, playing a 4-4-2 confidently, we have the ability to get top 4, guys. And we have a favorable schedule. Newcastle, Leeds, and Burnley coming up. We need 9 points from that. Simple as that. If we want top 4, we cannot drop points against these teams. The fixture list isn't congested. We just got that Milan game, so if we rotate intelligently, we'll be fine. But we got to take it one game at a time. First, Newcastle, guys, away from home, and they set up in a system which is dropping back, playing compactly on defense, playing deep at 30 depth, and then quickly breaking with fast build-up and forward runs. So they're going to try to take what they can get on the counter. They're setting up in a 5-3-2. This isn't something you see very often. Their width is coming solely from their fullbacks who bomb forward and provide that support. Onuachu is a striker who drifts wide into the spaces, and he is a strong fellow who can hold up the ball and bring others into play. And that's where both central midfielders on the sides, Hayden and Longstaff, come in because they're bombing forward, getting forward into the box, surging in and getting goals. So that's how they're setting up, with Sharapenko then dropping back and almost acting like a deep line playmaker with his technical ability. So it's an interesting system. We'll see how it works in game. The main threats are obviously Sharapenko because he makes everything tick from that central area. And Onuachu is going to be key in that matchup with Koulibaly because he's a strong fellow, but he's also got a great finish on him. He's got great aerial ability. So that's going to be one hell of a duel to watch out for. I'm going with the strongest lineup. Simple as that. The strongest lineup, Tierney and Rafinha straight in, and we're going to have a proper go at Newcastle, guys. No more ties. We win from now on.
May you please make some noise as we welcome our visitors, Everton, and welcome.
Well, we started the game off quite well, and there was a ton of space in the middle of the park, which we were able to exploit and get easy chances. Calvert-Lewin has one here. Dubravka makes the save. Off the resulting corner, it's going to fall to Guendouzi here, and he had a really good game. He hits it, but Dubravka makes another save. I don't know what is up with these goalkeepers today. Everyone's like Superman. But Newcastle was not a pedestrian in this game. They played well, and Onuachu holds up the ball, and you can see how both central midfielders are getting forward. Longstaff lays it off to Hayden, and it's a decent shot that had to be saved by Pickford. So they were following their game plan, and it was working. They had a number of chances, and they were equal to us in the first half. Longstaff beats Onuachu, and it should have probably been 1-0. Great save from Pickford. Now, they try to use their width and find Ricci on the left-hand side, but Aarons compensates, and we're off on the counter, guys. Calvert-Lewin gets it. He scoops it over to Alan St. Maximin, who one-times the most beautiful weighted pass in for Richarlison, and it's 1-0, guys. What a pass from Alan St. Maximin, and a goal from Ricci. Newcastle quieted down in the second half. They didn't have too many chances. Really only one. Bustos gets it played in and Pickford makes the save. To be fair, we didn't have too many of our own, but Guendouzi did get on the end of this. His shot was blocked, but he had the determination and the work rate to get back. He plays it back in. Calvert-Lewin plays a very clever ball into him, and Guendouzi pings it into the top corner, guys. 2-0. What a goal, Matteo. Very nice. That was impressive from Guendouzi. So 2-0, and we're coasting. I made some subs, fresh legs. It was late on in the game. Mopai and Tony come on, and Davies, because he asked to be brought on this game. So I brought him on, and there was not too much to show, honestly. There was just one chance here, a speculative effort from the wing, saved by Dubravka. Alan St. Maximin tried his luck, and that's how the game ends, guys. 2-0. The most important thing is back to winning ways. It wasn't the best result, it wasn't the best play, but we got the win, and that's what's important. Guys, if you like my content, please leave a like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you next time, guys. Laters!